Hey folks, I'm Mr. Hartzler, and I want to talk to you about properties of sets. Let's get started by looking at some examples. So, types of numbers, right? There's a whole bunch of different kinds of them. We start off by looking at the natural numbers. So that's just how you would count like the number of chickens you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep on going, right? And then we have whole numbers. And that one is the exact same as natural, except we include 0. Like it's not natural to count your chickens unless you have some, right? So now whole numbers, we add that 0 back in. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it just keeps going. That's what that dot means there actually, is I'm either skipping a group of numbers or it just keeps going forever. And integers, they're a little bit more fancy. They start at 0 and go up. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep going. But they also go negative. So I've got that -1, -2, -3, and they keep going negative, ... right? That's what that part means. Then rational numbers, it's just one that looks like a fraction or could be a fraction. That's all that is. So if you can type it into your calculator as a fraction, you're fine. If it has a square root in it, not rational. Let's go look at some examples. Oh, more vocabulary actually. So infinite means it just goes on forever, right? So the example is actually below that. X, and this is just real fancy language here, right? But it just means X is in a set if it's wrapped up with squiggly lines there, like it's in a bag of things. So X is in my bag, and X is an integer. Remember, those are like -4, -3, -2, and so on, up to like 1, 2, and 3. But it's less than 10. That still goes on forever, because if I'm starting at 10, I could go down to 9 and 8 and 7 and eventually get to 0, and then I keep going negative. So this list keeps on going because it can keep going to the left. But finite means it ends. So I have something like this. X is a set of numbers, but X is a natural number less than 10. So natural numbers, they end, right? Let's go back. Natural, I stop at 1. That's as small as I get. So a natural number less than 10, well, that's just 1, 2, 3, all the way up until I get to 10, and that's it. But I actually don't include 10 because it says less than 10. So I actually only go up to the number 9. Now we have to talk about element, and that's just a fancy thing for a thing in a list. So if I say something is an element of a list, well, it's just a thing in a list, like this one. So I have A, B, and C in my squiggly brackets, so it's in my bag. How many elements does it have? How many things are in this bag? Well, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So I have 3 elements, or 3 things in this bag between those little squiggly brackets. 3 things in there. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.